Hello parents, this is lesson 5 in book C. We are doing the Oom Pa Pa song and we are doing tuba time. Oom Pa Pa is on page 12, tuba time's on page 6. So this one's all about staccato and accents. So we're practicing how things sound. We need to learn how to be technical, play the staccatos correctly. Kids need a little more bounce in their hand to be able to play a little bit louder and quicker, so remind them to bounce a little bit while they play. And an accent, that's these greater than signs that are above our chords and our notes and below our notes. It's like its own personal forte for that note. Instead of writing forte just for one note, they use an accent. It means just punch it out. This should be a nice, strong sounding note. That's what an accent means. Okay, so first thing at home, you always want to practice tuba time. These last two measures in tuba time are also in the Oom Pa Pa song that they're going to learn this week too. So if they practice anything at all on this page, make sure that they practice the last two measures. And as always with technique, it's not as important for them to watch just the music. This is technique, so I want them to look at their hands too to make sure they're doing it right. So their fingers and hands need to look perfect. They can look back and forth with their hands. You can point to it and let them play it. We don't worry so much about performing this one like we do in the lesson in the solo book. Remember, technique book is just about learning the skill of how to do it. So, okay, we are in G position, which means our fifth finger's on G and our one thumb in the right hand is on G, right above middle C, and the second G below. Okay, sometimes kids call this the jingle bells position. Okay, so 5 3 5 3 and then 4 on A. This is a whole note. We hold it down, hold down, and then it repeats. And here is what they also play in Oom Pa Pa. So this they play one-handed in Oom Pa Pa. Hold down for the half note. Now, it's good with this one to keep both hands up for the whole thing. In the Oom Pa Pa, it starts where we're just using the left hand, but keep both hands up during this time. And remember, when we're technical, we need to make sure our fingers never do this, that we're playing right here. And a lot of times I tell the kids, don't let me see your fingernails. I can see your fingernails. And that reminds them to round up a little bit. Also, keep the piano bench up high so they're not playing down here. If the kids are higher, they can see the black keys better, so they can keep their hands up here. Sometimes I think kids pull their hands back a little bit so they can see the black keys better. If they're high up enough, they won't have as much trouble staying close to the black keys. And they also need to turn their wrist a little bit more to reach things with their fifth finger and with their thumb. This is an okay move. We don't like the elbow to go flying out, but to turn their wrist is a good move. Okay, remember, on top of the piano with round fingers. And then the Oom Pa Pa song. We want to play this twice. This is a really fun accompaniment for me. I get to do all kinds of crazy things at the end here to make it sound fun. So make sure they can play it twice. The first 2 days, just do this. And it's just the left hand. They should bounce their wrist, bounce their hand to get some good staccato. It's mezzo forte. That means not full blast, but medium full blast. And this first measure just repeats. It's 1 and 3, and then they walk it down. The next two measures, instead of 1 and 3, it's the same thing, but it's 2 and 4. So it's one finger number lower and a half note. This is the same as that, so it repeats. And then this is what they have done in the technique book. Remember that there's a rest here. So play this the first 2 days just to get this in their left hand. And then after they've got a good handle on that, have them start here. And they'll come up here. Now, we've got half notes here, and we have all kinds of accents. While they're playing this the first day, it's okay to keep the right hand in their lap. But as they start doing this, they need to bring their hand up here. So maybe before they start playing, tell them to look where their hand is supposed to go, so that when they do bring their hand up, they know right where to go. They don't have to go, and they don't have to do any of that. They're ready. They're ready to place their hand right back in G position with 1 and 3. So this sounds like this. This is forte, a little bit louder. Hold down. Let me do that again. I was going to play it in tempo, and then I changed my mind as I started playing it. So I'm going to play it slowly first so that you can hear this hand hold down. There we go. Okay, now this is in tempo. And then it repeats. Whoops. And then this ending is just like that. And then they need to go back to the beginning a little more quietly. All right, that's the Oom Pa Pa song. So remember, what we're doing is playing accents and staccatos. Accents and staccatos. And make sure they're playing it nice and slowly when they begin. Wrists up, fingers round while they play. Bounce that wrist a little bit more and play close to the black keys. All right, have a good week.